Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Saurabh Pol. Welcome to Pol Ke Bol. Today I'm going to talk about the Indian government has stopped hiring as it used to once, and the future of government jobs is not what it once was. Thank you so much for joining in. This is live. I'm so sorry I'm a little late, but let's get into it, right? So, I want everyone to understand that the Indian government has not been filling its government job vacancies for years and years and years. There are so many exams that was said to be held. There were so many bhartis that had to happen at all levels that have simply not happened for years and years and years. There are many reasons given for that. There was a time during 2020 and all of that where they were like, oh, we can't really hire at this point of time. I think that came as a boon for the government because it kind of gave them an excuse to not hire people any which ways, right? And I'll tell you why this is happening. Very simply speaking, the Indian government wants efficiency. Okay, the Indian government is like, okay, we don't have the money to hire so many people. Okay, the Indian government is saying, boss, once we hire anyone in a government job for a government job, we just simply can't fire them. Okay, that's not the contract that we have, right? And unlike like a Doge or anything outside of India, in India there are different rules, right? Like once you are in, you're golden, you're set for life. I'm not even talking about the understood corruption that many people think happens in government, although that is also reducing at a very fast rate. You won't believe it. I know that many people don't want to believe it, but I promise you that is also happening, right? So coming back, let me assure you that government jobs, what they once were, they will still have that prestige, but they will not have the same amount of job security. They will not have the same amount of malai that it once used to have, and the number of hirings that used to happen is not going to happen. Okay, there is something also, another reason this is happening is because even after a government employee in India is essentially retiring, what is happening is they are getting pension, and the old pension scheme, which was like discontinued, and I think the new pension scheme started 2005 onward, like that is the new rule that is there, right? The new pension scheme is like, if you actually join if you have joined government services after 2005, you'll be on the new pension scheme, which is like you will be paying for your pension, right? Like if I'm earning 100 rupees, say 5 to 10 rupees from my salary will go into the NPS, and that will go and be invested in the markets and everything, and then that money, whatever the amount is and everything, that money will come back to me. So essentially I will be paying for my pension, right? The government will not. Earlier it was not the case. The government had to pay pension until that person was alive, even after 20 30 years after that person had essentially retired. The challenge is this used to work at a time when people used to retire and then pass away in 5 to 10 years. Today if a person retires, they usually stay alive for another 20 30 years, right? Medical science has been a boon, but also this has caused unintended consequences, right? That is the reality. So you need to keep in mind, ये सब आपको सब लोग नहीं बोलेंगे, that is, they think about it, right? कोई आदमी पहले 55-60 पे रिटायर होता था, by the time they were 70 they were done. Today they are up till 80-85 and all, right? So suddenly the government is like, bro, I simply cannot afford this. So that is the challenge the government is facing. And that is not sustainable. Also what happens is that these government employees, they become like a very strong vote bank, right? They become a very, very strong vote bank, and government employees often unionize. Okay, they have a lot of protection, and the government is like, bro, if you have a lot of protection, if you have that unionization within you, it becomes tougher to handle. Okay, during tough times the government cannot let you go. The government rarely can cut your salaries, and so on and so forth. Okay, now let me also say something, because I can see in the comments already, my own father was a government employee, my uncles government employees, my own cousins right now who are quite elder to me, they are government employees. Okay, so I'm not demonizing government employees. I cannot, यार वो government employee थे उसी जिसलिए मेरे को education मिला, खाना पानी मिला, कपड़ा मिला, right? So let me tell you that, and we grew up like fairly middle class. Okay, so I know a little bit, or some little bit though I know about government jobs, okay? Because my family is in government jobs, right? But yeah, not my generation. My generation, like people like me and my, immediate cousins and people younger to me, we are all private. All of us are private. I don't know a single one of my generation who is in government jobs, right? And I'll also tell you another thing, right? Like the government is now looking to hire laterally. Where they are like, okay, bharti varti jo hota tha wo alag baat hai. We want people from private industry. We want them to join as experts. That is what the government of India is doing. And they have realized essentially that bro, agar mere paas 400-500 million के लोग हैं, there are around say 400-500 million people who are below the age of say 25 or 30, whatever that number is. It's an insane number. They cannot, they cannot, hire them. No government can hire 400 million people. It's what a joke. Even if they say, okay, we'll do 50% of it, 200 million people, though, like where are you going to get that number from? 20 करोड़ लोगों को कहाँ से jobs दोगे आप? कौन सी कंपनी हायर करेगी 20 करोड़ लोगों को? Like one of India's largest companies is TCS. It has 6 lakh people. कहाँ 20 करोड़, कहाँ 6 लाख? आप कैसी बातें कर रहे हो? So these people cannot be hired. Most of us cannot be hired. And even today, only 6%, 6 to 7% of India works in government jobs. Okay? Only 6 to 7% of India works in government jobs. But अगर आप देखोगे, लोग अपनी जवानी बर्बाद कर रहे हैं government job के नाम पे. Right? They literally start preparing at the age of 21, 22 and they go on till 25, 26, 27, God knows till when, because they have nothing else going on in their life. Some mama kaka chacha has told them कि हाँ आप government job ये कर लो, आप government job के लिए prepare करो. अरे preparation 1-2 साल का होता है, उसके आगे नहीं होता. उसके आगे बकवास टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हो तुम अपना. फालतू मूवी देख के इंस्पायर नहीं होना होता. वो मूवी कमा लिया जिसने बनाया उसने पैसा. The government of India itself is not hiring. What the hell are you doing? आप क्या एंट्रेंस दे रहे हो? आप एंट्रेंस दे के थोड़ा मैथमेटिक्स तो लगाओ. साल का 500 लोग हायर होता है उनका वो यूपीएससी में. What are you guys doing? And I'm not even talking about UPSC, right? Like your general normal, government bharti, even in your bank PO exams and so on and so forth. I'll give you a fantastic example. Even if you look at something like the Agniveer scheme, right? So the government is like, hey, we obviously need people in the military, but not all of them will be full-time. Right? Not all of them will be full-time. We'll hire you. You'll work with us for around 4-5 years. It will be contractual basis. I made a video on that yesterday. And then, you can go out back there in the market, and then that is how it will work out. Okay? So that is the reality. That is the reality. The government itself, even in the army, they are like, okay, we want to be very sure about how exactly we are doing. Okay, what exactly we are doing. That is the reality of our government today. They want efficiency because once you hire someone full time, वो जिंदगी भर का आपका ये हो गया, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो गया. प्राइवेट में वैसा नहीं होता. आज हो कल नहीं हो. That is the reality. That is what you need to keep in mind. Okay, hiring has slowed, vacancies are not being filled up. The whole philosophy has changed because the government is like, bro, हमारे पास पैसा नहीं है to do all this. It's insane. We have way too many people. The government is trying anything and everything. बाहर का जो भी president, prime minister आता है उनको बोलते हैं हमारे लोग लेके जाओ, blue collar वाले. बोलते कि नहीं बोलते? All the deals that we signed, they are called mobility pacts. We are basically telling them, Baba, please take our people. We have way too many of them. That is what is happening. The pension reform has changed quite a bit. It has impacted, our government finances quite a bit. State governments have gone bankrupt, are going bankrupt because of the old pension scheme. The government simply can't afford to continue with it, right? It simply cannot afford to continue with it. So they also know कि ये नहीं होने वाला. I think the Punjab government and the Himachal Pradesh government are in deep trouble when it comes to the old pension scheme and many other, expenses, salary expenses. If I'm not wrong, the Himachal Pradesh government, under the Congress rule itself a couple of years ago, they themselves are like, bhai, hum pay cut lenge. The chief minister himself was taking a pay cut and the ministers under him were taking pay cuts, at least in their official capacity, jo unka income hota hai. Can you imagine? Why? Because the government can't afford to hire too many people. They're like, bhai, isse zyada humse nahi hone wala. That is the reality. There is another reason. The government is slow. It's not stupid. The government is like, I'm going to, hire, I'm going to use technology. अभी तक तो गवर्नमेंट ने AI वापरना भी स्टार्ट नहीं किया है. Once it starts using AI, what are you going to do? What did I tell you? AI will not replace people, but will reduce the number of people required to do the same amount of jobs. Okay? And this government, especially the BJP government, it is extremely fiscally prudent. ठीक है? Now, ये तो हो गया इंग्लिश. हिंदी का मतलब क्या? कंजूस है, पैसा बचा के रखती है, काफ़ी स्मार्ट है पैसे को लेके. ठीक है, हमारा फिस्कल डेफिसिट बहुत छोटा है. बेसिकली what we are doing is कि we जितना जितना चादर है उतना ही पैर फैलाते हैं, उससे कम पैर फैलाती है ये गवर्नमेंट. So hiring people is the last thing you do. And another angle, I'll give you some more news which you already know. Look what happened in SBI. Look what happened in BSNL. Okay, they are going out there and giving VRS, offering VRS. Wallen did what it did. Sorry, am I back? Was there an issue related to my stream? Yeah, you guys can see me, I believe. Okay, so just 2 seconds. मैं पानी पी लेता हूँ, बहुत बोल लिया मैंने. So yeah, once again, what was the last thing I said? What was the last thing you guys heard? I'm so sorry. I think there was some technical issue. I think I was talking about the VRS offered in BSNL and SBI. Can someone tell me what was I talking about exactly? Because I don't want people to miss out on this. But anyway, I think it was that. So yeah, SBI. So State Bank of India mein just 4-5 years ago they started offering VRS. BSNL mein they started offering VRS. They're like, we cannot have these what do you call costs of having so many people working in a government agency. Okay, we just cannot have it. And look where SBI is today. SBI is one of India's most profitable and valuable companies by market cap. It's incredible. It's incredible the amount of success SBI has gotten. And SBI is not exactly extremely efficient either. But the government will start using AI. And it won't be like public domain mein. It will be government wala AI. Matlab, it won't be government banayega nahi. It will contract itself with like an Indian model, or even they will not let a foreign company come and get itself involved in the Indian government. They will prop up like a domestic player. एंड उनको ऐसा टाइट उनको रेगुलेशन साइन कराएंगे उनसे कि बेटा इधर से उधर कुछ भी हो तो देख लेना. बट देन अगेन वी ऑलरेडी डू दैट, राइट? इफ यू थिंक अबाउट इट, राइट, आवर पासपोर्ट सेवा केंद्र एंड एवरीथिंग, इट इज बीइंग रन विद द IT इंडस्ट्री. It's a public-private partnership, right? AI आने वाला है. The number of people that are going to be hired is going to reduce even further. So please keep that in mind. Already हम देख रहे हैं there is online tax filing. ठीक है, there is online land records. There are so many things that are happening online which used to take people. Abhi, a very, very pertinent news, although not in the same league. But when you are seeing what do you call these fast tags. अब आप टोल नाके पे रहते हो, करेक्ट? Whenever you are passing a toll booth, right? Now they are saying it's going to be free, that all you need to do is just pass through it, and वो अपने आप आपको ये करेगा, आपको रुकने की भी जरूरत नहीं है at the toll booth. Like at that checkpoint, the RFID will be scanned, your FASTag will be scanned, and पैसा कटेगा अपने आप. Now you know what happens because of that? The toll booth people, they lose money. They immediately lose money. And they were recently protesting somewhere ki, oh, this is a loss of livelihood for toll naka people. Firstly, that job shouldn't bloody exist in the first place. It is only there because the land acquisition costs are so high that the government has to recoup it via this bullshit added tax of toll. Okay? So, वो job बन गया उसमें से. But now the government is like, bro, मैं technology use करने वाला है, and वो technology use करके मैं अपना operational cost reduce करेगा. ठीक है? Because technology is scalable, technology is fireable, human beings are not. And technology does not vote against you, human beings do. The government recently tried to change some rules a year ago related to, some teachers in rural India. Okay, सीधा वो लोग ने, they had to take it back. The teachers basically went on strike. The teachers went on strike. The rule was that if you don't reach class by 9 a.m. or something, you will basically, there will be a pay cut. But many teachers were like, bro, I traveled 2 hours away. I stayed 2 hours away and I tried to come to this damn school to teach like 4 people. How exactly am I going to do this? Okay, so that is the challenge that they face. Every time the government tries to do something, they have to be very careful if that sizable chunk of government employees that are a vote bank don't get affected. So the government is like, in the long run, we are going to solve this. We cannot hire as many people. We are going to use technology. You think only private companies are going to use technology? No, the government will also use technology. So keep that in mind. Be like really, really keep that in mind, right? as I said, the government is moving towards a lean state model, like कम लोग चाहिए उनको. They want to do infrastructure, they want to do welfare, ladli bahin and this and that. They want to reduce the expenses which are permanent in nature. See, they can stop a welfare program immediately, or at least they can, reduce it thoda. But once again, the moment they hire someone permanently in a government job, खत्म हो गया, वो लोग हमेशा के लिए वहीं पे रह जाएंगे. So keep that in mind. And also government jobs, if you see honestly, अभी बहुत stress आ गया उस पे. Your SBI and other बैंक वाला places, इतना stress होता है काम का, you guys have no clue. तुम लोग सिर्फ SBI lunch break का joke मारते रहते हो, तुमको यही आता है. उसका profit जाके देखो, फट जाएगी तुम्हारी. क्या SBI profit मारता है? ठीक है, and that is despite not being the most efficient of places. Okay. The pressure in government jobs, certain government companies is so high to produce. They're extremely professional. Okay, you will be like, "Arey, ye log corrupt hai, this and that." That's a different story. I'm saying they are professional. Okay, उनके ऊपर numbers का pressure होता है and उनको deliver करना पड़ता है. They are not mucking around. So please remember that your government jobs is not कि हाँ बैठ गया एक बार ऐसे करके. जब काम आता है ना, कुत्ते ऐसा काम आता है government में. My entire family is in government. I know what I'm talking about. So there is that. So anyway, those were some of the major points that I wanted to talk about when it comes to government jobs. There was actually another point that I was going to talk about when it comes to government jobs. See, the government knows that it has a responsibility towards its people, but it has given up the employment effort towards the private sector and towards foreign places. The government is like, bro, हम लोग तो नहीं कर रहा ये. मतलब we can't be hiring 200 million people, as simple as that. Okay, that is the whole logic, and they are like कि हम लोग इतू सा ही करेगा, कम लोग करेगा. We are going to be lean government, and we are not going to keep hiring again and again and again. This is simply impractical for us. This was Pol Ke Bol on why the Indian government is no longer hiring as it used to and will continue to decrease the amount of hiring that it once did, right? And oh yes, the last point is corruption will still be in the system, no doubt about it. वो आज है, कल नहीं वाला नहीं है. But I'll tell you what's going to happen. Lower level corruption will decrease. As technology starts increasing, the scrutiny starts increasing. It won't be as easy to be corrupt, as it is now 10 years down the line. Okay, so that whole thing ki bhai fantastical levels of corruption, they'll still probably happen, but at the higher levels. At the lower levels and mid levels, simply impossible. The government is going to, when it puts the hammer down, you guys have no idea. You have no idea like how bad it can get. So अभी वो हो रहा है, but like 10 years down the line, the छोटा level पे, मोटा level पे वो नहीं होने वाला. Small and medium level पे, government jobs पे नहीं होने वाला. It simply cannot happen. It is only going to be there at the mid level के ऊपर, upper mid and top level पे. The corruption won't be down. So they're trying to reduce the attraction of a government job, essentially, right? And any government which is saying that, which is promising, any state government, especially those stupid state governments that we have in India, where they're like, oh, हम आपको इतना job देंगे, हम उधर ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे. Absolutely not. None of them have the capacity to do it. Most of our state governments are in debt. Even the fast growing ones like Tamil Nadu and all, they're in debt. Right? Even the ones that are anyway not performing well, like Himachal Pradesh and all of that, Punjab and all, they're in massive debt. ठीक है, तुम्हारी कड़की है, तुम कौन सा जाके कुछ और करने वाले हो? तुम पहले अपने आप को जिस खड्डे में हो ना, उससे बाहर निकालो, तब जाके तुम कुछ नया होगा. The government has realized, all governments have realized the only way we can hire people, we can generate employment is getting private sector to enter into a market and be like, okay, we are making our this thing very attractive, our state very attractive, come here, set things up and hire a few people here and there. That is what our government is doing. So our governments are doing. So keep that in mind, right? So definitely keep that in mind. Anyway, now I'll start answering some of the questions in the chat. So if there is anything, let me know. Let me start. Dheere dheere, just 2 seconds. Let me have some water. Akshat Bhatt is like, only option is to open a Momo stall. Why not if it works out for you? So yeah, but do remember, don't be a hawker because the government is going to remove you from there also. I got late. HV Study Navigator is like, Pol got late today. Yes, I did. I'm so sorry. I was trying to upload something on Instagram and it was so stupid that I could not even upload it on Instagram. Like एक मैंने गलत बटन दबा दिया जिसकी वजह से I got late. I couldn't even upload it. It was so bloody stupid. It's just pathetic. You know, it is just incredibly stupid what has happened. But let me see if I can upload it now, and then I can actually be a little more, chill about this. इसको मैं अभी डाल देता हूँ. ये 10 बजे जाएगा live. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, Costa Vrana is like private jobs, boring, government jobs, slimmer. क्या करे फिर? You have to stick to private jobs. No, you have to stick to private jobs. I'm sorry. You have to, or you start your own thing. Okay? Government jobs नहीं है. Government jobs नहीं है. खत्म हो रहे government jobs धीरे 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 धीरे. और and also government jobs in the cities तो are completely gone. वो तुमको गाँव में भेजेगा. आपके जो गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स होंगे ना वो ऐसे गांव खेड़ में होगा ना, वहाँ पे रिलायंस जियो छोड़ो, तुमको BSNL नहीं मिलेगा वहाँ पे. ऐसे ऐसे जगह पे अभी जॉब्स आने वाले हैं. They have to, right? Like think about it, right? Like they all have to be, India has to grow in uniformly, right? So when you join a bank or something, or one of those government banks, the big government banks, they never send you to Worli or Bandra Kurla complex to sell credit cards, right? They will bloody send you to some tier 4 place जहाँ पे लाइट नहीं आती और वहाँ पे जाके मार्केट एक्सपैंड कर बेटा. वो वहाँ पे बेचते हैं. Because they are like, we have people in Worli already. वो दिल्ली, साउथ दिल्ली में है, we'll solve it. वो सॉल्व नहीं करना आपको बेटा, आपको जाना है वो गांव खेड़ में, वहाँ पे जाके आपको चीज़ें करनी है. So keep that in mind. Manual talks is like waiting. Sorry once again I was late. Rizzy G007 is like, nowadays I see a lot of people who are all wailing about and spreading fear without giving any solutions. Well, I understand the situation we are in now. What can be the solution to this? I told you what is the solution. You need to stop wasting your time applying for government jobs. That's the whole thing. अगर आपका 1 या 2 अटेम्प्ट में क्लियर हो रहा है, बढ़िया सी बात है. नहीं हो रहा है, आप प्राइवेट में घुस जाओ, अच्छा वर्क एक्सपीरियंस लो, and get some skills, and in skills which are important, right? Not bullshit skills that nobody cares about. Okay, skills that actually are related to revenue and stuff like that. वो आप कीजिए और आपका अच्छा होगा, is what I can promise you on that front, right? So Costa Vrana, I think I solved that for you, sir. Solution, please. Rohan Ram is like, let's say I decide to join MTech in 2026, will there be a hiring in 2028 when I graduate, considering the AI hype and Citrini research? भाई तुम यार Citrini research वगैरह ये सब करते रहते हो, बकवास. पढ़ा मैंने वो आर्टिकल यार. You can't control any of it. Okay, number 1, that is that. Number 2 is that Citrini research has now, if you see, it was sponsored by an investment group which basically had bet that certain stocks would fall. Okay, so it kind of worked out. It's content marketing in a way, if you think about it, right? And you are saying that, ki, bro, I will join MTech. Dude, now here's the problem, right? You do any degree and all today, it is useless unless you can link that degree and the skills that you have to actually, give value to a business. Otherwise, it's pointless, is what I'm trying to tell you. ये MTech, ShemTech अपनी जगह पे. The reality is you have to focus on, hey, this is something which I bring to the table in the corporate sphere or the company that I'm a part of. As simple as that, right? So there is that. Next is HV Study Navigator. Sorry, bola na. Costa Vrana is like, not every intention is that simple. Being the son of a government employee, I can tell you not everyone can bribe because simply there is no chance. Okay, fair. Godwin is like, hi bro, how are you? By the way, Arsenal forever. Pankaj Dhariwal is like, this is my last attempt. I'm 28. Started at 23, left private sector. Sir, आपने 5 साल 23 से 28 आपके जवानी के दिन आप क्या कर रहे हो? आपने गवर्नमेंट एग्जाम दिया? कौन सा एग्जाम दिया आपने? क्या सीखा आपने इस टाइम पे? कितने दोस्त बनाए आपने? Do you have a girlfriend, boyfriend? What do you have? I'm asking you all this is because I need you to, genuinely answer that. Do you genuinely think it was worth it for doing it for 4-5 years? I'm not mocking anyone, right? Like, मैंने तो ये नहीं किया. I knew I was not going to do that. That is my question. I personally think a lot of people, they do all this, but they miss out on life, right? They miss out on life. If you disagree with me, put it in the comment section. So there is that. Costa Vrana is like, sir, all is okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Funds minded prodigy is like, yeah, it started. Yes. Anuj Dafade is like privatization is the need of the day. Youth is wasting time for UPSC prep. Government banks are either getting merged or the work culture in PSU is just like private banks. 200%. Absolutely correct comment. Extremely, extremely correct comment. The cultures are merging, by the way. The cultures are merging. Right, sir? जिसको भी लगता है ना ये गवर्नमेंट वाले मतलब बैठ के खाते रहते हैं, you have no clue what's happening in government jobs. They're becoming extremely streamlined. If not efficient, extremely streamlined. You guys don't know what you guys are talking about if you just feel that way. So that's a very, very good point by Anuj. Rebunet is like struggling to give proper ETA as SDA. What does that mean? No, nobody for you 77 is saying this tells us that labor surplus doesn't matter. The private sector needs massive unionization, white collar sector, just like the unions have protected blue collars and government sector workers. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That it's not going to happen when you have a labor surplus. You can't unionize. You can unionize when you have a labor shortage. Dude, what are you going to do? You go on a strike, they'll hire cheaper labor from anywhere across the country. What the hell are you talking about? It doesn't work that way. Funds minded prodigies like people will slog hard in SBI PO jobs, 10 hours for half the salary they might get if compared to corporate, too much government job glamorization. I completely agree. SBI PO कहाँ भेजता है आपको पता है? प्रोबेशनरी ऑफिसर को कौन से गांव में भेजा जाता है पता है आपको? And I say it in a good way, right? ये SBI is correctly saying it. आप FMCG कंपनी भी ज्वाइन करो. वो आपको ईस्टर्न यूपी में ऐसे जगह पे भेजेंगे ना, टॉयलेट नहीं मिलेगा आपको 6-6 घंटा. और वो लड़का लड़की कुछ नहीं देखते, सीधा बोलते जाओ मार्केट देख के आओ, चलो निकलो. That is the reality. Most people don't realize that. So anyway, Costa was like, without balance between government jobs and private jobs, we will be exploited at unprecedented levels. That's going to happen. Nobody for you 77 again saying the same comment. Okay, we are back. Okay. Funds minded prodigies like SBI profits is all thanks to their employees' lunch break. So you also take a lunch break. You will also earn 100,000 crores, right? Mr. Tausif is like, I'm a teacher. We will be checking papers online for the first time. Just see, even in teaching, we are transforming into digital. That too while checking papers. You can check online regarding this. Wow. I didn't know this. Guys, सब कुछ digitalize हो रहा है. You need to keep that in mind. And the moment things start getting digitalizing, it means the government is like कि हम पैसा बचा रहे हैं और efficiency कर रहे हैं, and we are doing it at scale. Right? That's how the government thinks as. Next is so yeah. Have I lost my mind or some people is spamming? Right? What are the next question? Mr. Tausif is like, we are in training every day. That is, we are checking every day 2 papers. Fantastic. Right? Yeah. Fantastic. Sahil is like, hello brother. Hi Sahil. Chris is like, you are in which government job, bro? I'm not in government, bro. I'm in private. My family was in government. So yeah. Funds minded prodigy is like, what I think SBI will do is instead of paying 10 lakhs per offer to a single officer, they'll start paying 5 lakhs per annum, take 2 guys, more employment, but less pay than earlier. This will be a norm. 100%. That's a fantastic point. See, the government of India always follows like a very basic principle. Kaddu katega, sab mein batega. It has to think very, comprehensively. The government of India has to think ki, okay, if I have 100 rupees, I need to spread it across 10 people. I can't give one person 80, the rest of them fight for 20. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. Like when it comes to jobs and other, welfare-based practices, वो सबको 10 करना पड़ेगा. Now some people out of those 10 people would be like, अरे I deserve 40. So they will be like, okay, the government is like, okay, get lost. Then I can't give you 40. That's for sure. Because there is an endless supply of people the government has to take care of. Right? So that is how it works. Next is Nitish Soni is like, hey, I'm doing CDAC in the course of AI. Do you have any idea about my future? I have no clue, bro. What is CDAC? Again, I think design, computer aided design. CDAC क्या होता है? CDAC, मैं Google करता हूँ, चलो. Let me Google what is CDAC. Center for Development of Advanced Computing. Well, that's fantastic. Okay, government entity. Yeah, focus on it, no? It is related to AI only. It will be good only. Why are you so worried? It will be good only. Don't chill out. It will be nice. Just focus and keep gaining skills every day, right? Uh, A1T168 is like me watching this as an RBI officer. Okay, so fantastic. I have some RBI officer friends over here, viewers over here. Thank you for joining the stream. Please tell me your experience. Tell us your experience as a government employee. Anyone who's watching right now, if you are a government employee, you know someone who's a government employee, tell me what is going on in the market. Tell me what is going on in reality in the comment section, and we can discuss about it, right? Folks, by the way, if you're over here, thank you so much for joining. Please subscribe. And also, please do not forget to like the stream, because if you do that, it really helps with the algorithm. We really need to reach 10,000 subscribers. And by then, I'll also learn how to be on time, unlike today. So sorry about that. Heisenberg is like, 21-year-old, should I do CFA or something else? ऐसे AI से डर लग रहा है, what will happen in next 10 years? Dude, just get some qualification, and get a qualification that is really in demand in the market, okay? And something which you are good at, something which you want to do in life, because career बहुत लंबा होता है, right? So you're just 21 years old. Please don't be scared of AI, okay? Huge opportunities for you. Just do your damn job. And CFA हलवा नहीं है. CFA 3 करते करते ना नानी याद आ जाएगी. So I hope you do it, but I'm saying it's not easy, right? So focus on that. Don't be scared of AI. क्रश विद स्टाइल इज लाइक, पोल के बोल एक ऐसा मंच है जहां सच को निडर होकर सामने रखा जाता है और हर मुद्दे पर स्पष्ट, बेबाक और जिम्मेदार आवाज उठाई जाती है. थैंक यू सो मच क्रश विद स्टाइल. आई एम सो प्राउड ऑफ माई सेल्फ. आई सेड इट इन हिंदी. A1T60 इज लाइक, ऑल्सो यू आर रॉन्ग अबाउट NPS. 10% of basic and DS deducted from a salary. Employee pays 14% of that. So if 10% get deducted, the contribution is 24%. That's fantastic. Thank you for correcting me. But the reality is, earlier it was way higher. Was it not? The government, obviously the company matches it. But earlier it was way more on the company than it was on this thing, the employee. Yes or no? Right? So you have to keep that in mind. Yeah, Yashwai Bhav is like, I think I'll take my citizenship in New Zealand as a techie and go outdoors on the weekend. All the best. Enjoy. Have a good time. Log for fun is like, what about credit audit in banks regarding jobs, private banks? What about them? I don't understand. Funds Man Prodigy is like, China and Korea are facing huge unemployment in STEM. China is facing unemployment in STEM. Korea especially is in similar condition where the youth majority of them are jobless and preferring for government jobs. How come so prosperous still? Okay. China, yes, it's not exactly great when it comes to employment as of now. But I know for a fact Korea has challenges. Korea definitely has challenges. The Korean economy hasn't done well for a very long time, right? And I'll tell you, you are like, okay, how are they still so prosperous? Because they did things well 30 years ago. The Chinese and the Koreans started growing 30 years ago. India just 10, 15, 20 years ago decided, okay, maybe we should run after prosperity, right? नहीं तो चल रहा है, चलने दो वाला हिसाब हो रहा था. Correct. Their basics are covered, na. The Koreans, their basics are covered. उनका देश भी छोटा है तो उनको ज़्यादा इशू नहीं है. Plus both of them, both the Chinese and the Koreans allied with the United States. India never allied with the United States. अब जाके 10-15 साल पहले we kinda got close to the USA. Right? So if you're close to the USA, good things happen to you economically. If not, you're left on your own. That is what happened to India. Correct me if I'm wrong. That is why it happens. Abikram is like, could you please make a video on managing salary? I think I have done in the past about my investment philosophy, but I think I can make a video on managing salary. That's a good one. Squish Squash is like, what about actual engineer jobs like HPCL, BPCL? They hire a lot from IITs and NITs. Yeah, they do. Are you in IIT and NIT? How many people go to IITs and NITs? And do they hire like your IT companies do? Where they just hire 1,000 people at once? That's my point. Heisenberg is cooking, is saying, Bhaiya, what career skills professional exam should I give if I want to settle abroad? I have no clue. This is one of the worst times in a long time where you can even think about settling abroad. It's very difficult at this point. But yeah, I hope you get what you want. That's all I'll say. So yeah. But yeah, being good at STEM is always preferred, right? Science, technology, engineering, math. So that is definitely going to be helpful, right? Next is we are looking at Heisenberg is like, okay, ho gaya. Rishi Tripathi is like, now I'm working in Amazon Bang, HDE2, band, I'm assuming. Well, great, Rishi Tripathi. Good for you. Kulraj Bhalla is like, and the government retrospectively alter or reduce the pension liabilities of retired government employees by introducing new statutory clauses. It claims fiscal incapacity to mute future obligations. Yes, absolutely, it can do that. It will cause huge problems. It will cause huge problems politically. Sarkar itna thukegi na usme. It's not even funny. That is the reality. So the government can't do it, politically speaking. भले ही कर दिया हो जाएगा बट नहीं होगा. Yeah, so there is that. And I think there is a possibility for some state governments doing this thing. State government doing this thing, very much possible. So there is that. Let's go to some other questions. Gold 4501, the problem Indian government is not hiring in the government job, lots of vacancies, but they don't want to give pension, you mean? Yeah, they basically do not want to do it, na? As I said, just hold on, I need to respond to my brother. Just 2 seconds. मेरा भाई है ना, उसको मेरे को respond करना है. I am live on YouTube. Sorry, give me some time. Okay. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, the government does not want to fill its vacancies that easily. It's clear. It's very clear because they are like, bro, एक बार hire कर लिया तो बहुत दिक्कत होती है just to manage and maintain them, right? Gold 4501, the AI will take this repeating government job. So it won't take the job, but many tasks will be. See, many jobs are nothing but a bunch of tasks. And if an AI just takes those tasks and converts them into something that it can do, that job goes away. So job cannot be just a accumulation of tasks. Job should be about thinking, applying, implying, analyzing it. It can't just be like, I did this, ho gaya. No, it has to be much more than that. So think about it. Yeah. Next is you have Siddharth 1952, more backwards the area in India, more glamorization of government jobs. Obviously, do you blame them? बड़ा सांप बन के आता है आपका बेटा अगर गवर्नमेंट जॉब में घुस गया तो. I don't blame them. They have never seen private investment. Never. And they won't also for another 30 years. Anuja Dafare is like, by the way, happy Holi to you and your family. Thank you so much, Anuja Dafare. And happy Holi to all of you, folks. Sorry, I'm not in the state of mind to be talking about Holi as of now, but okay. Gold 45012 is like, it will be so hard to get job in India next 5-10 years. It will be. I mean, we simply are not producing. People will have to move to manufacturing. Yeah? People will have to work in factories. I'm sorry. Our government is really working hard to ensure manufacturing ho jaye. And those millions of youth who are like 12th standard pass or just graduates also, you will see them in tier 3 and below cities. This is Pol Ke Bol prediction. They will work in factories and it will not be a bad thing. Because the other option is just sit and keep applying for some bullshit entrance exam which you're never going to crack in your life. Okay? They will be contributing members to Indian society and economy and their own family. And they will be much better stationed in life than they would just trying to give some bullshit entrance exam or just sit and, go to some city and work and earn 25,000 rupees. उससे अच्छा आप आपके गांव में आपके एरिया में ही आप फैक्ट्री में काम करोगे, which is how all societies in the world have developed. All of them. Okay? That's how they have developed. आप सब लोग मुंबई नहीं आ सकते. This is not Indian Idol. Oh, Indian Idol में भी सब लोग मुंबई नहीं आते. We have to create jobs in our hinterland. क्या मजाक चल रहा है? And none, all of them will not be tech jobs. Manufacturing होगा, assembly होगा. Anu is like, I want 40. What 40? Kshitij Shelar is like, but what if your parents are forcing you? Then what to do? Stand up to your parents. How many years are you going to waste being someone who can't stand up to your parents? I'm not asking you to fight with them. I'm saying put forth your points. If you're an adult, You need to really be like, hey, mummy, papa, I love you, but आपको मेरी बात तो सुनिए थोड़ा सा. Just let's have a conversation, right? Otherwise, you're going to keep losing years of your life. As simple as that. So there is that. Alt 168, just to correct you guys, SBI PO CTC 17 lakh per annum in Mumbai. RBI officer is 37 to 40 lakhs per annum in Mumbai. Fantastic. That is amazing salary. Now, how many people are hired by SBI and RBI PO every year? Someone put it in the comment section for me. KRI 304, do you think I should prepare for ASO in Ministry of Defense, serve the country? Up to you if you want to do it. And if you can crack it. Our defense needs great people. Funds find products like, are you a kid? What matlab forcing? Yeah, he's asking that question to the guy above. Gold 4501 CDAC has been there for 25 years. Fantastic. A alt 168, I joined RBI in May 2025. Fantastic. What all have you learned? How matlab, do you like working over there? How's the work culture? Gold 4501 is like less workload in government job, lots. Okay. Fund management products like, I think the obsession for government jobs stems from the amount of dowry and marriage proposals they'll get, than black money and all that crap. It's both. It's both. It's both. The moment you realize आप काला पैसा नहीं कमा सकते गवर्नमेंट जॉब से, आपका डाउरी कम हो जाएगा. It's a shame that we are talking about dowry in 2026, but we know which country we live in, especially in rural India. My God, let's not, let's be serious. Let's not kid ourselves. So, yeah. So, someone's asking the RBI guy कि तेरा educational qualification क्या है? So, and all of that. Okay. Sahil Kumar Mohanta is like, I think for now, AI is overrated, maybe not in 5-10 years from now on. Kind of true. Yeah, it will take 5 years. 10 years, 5 years, then it will be like, oh my God, genuine impact. Nishit Soni is like, thank you, welcome. McCube is saying, just an unrelated question, can employers in India legally force employee to take leave? My managers are forcing us to take leave during routine industry maintenance. This seems unfair. I don't know, yaar, I'm not so sure about it. Could be industry to industry. I'm not so sure. But I do know a friend of mine who was forced to take a leave and the HR intervened and was like, you have to take a leave. तुमने छुट्टी नहीं लिया ये साल, छुट्टी लोगे तुम. So I know it has happened with him. Fund find products like definitely overpaid by the government for the work they do. This is bound to come down by 2x in the near future. Good for you that you escaped that. Concept of skills isn't there in the government. See, first part I agree. Many government employees are massively overpaid. And this is even without the 8th pay commission. अभी तक आया भी नहीं अच्छे से पूरा. And but yeah, नहीं काम तो काफ़ी करते वो, काम होता है. आप see, many of us, we deal with that entry level guy in government offices, so that's why we hate them. But if you actually see, वो थोड़े ऊपर के लेवल पे काफ़ी काम होता है. Especially nowadays, बहुत आगे है. HV study navigators like government job is the best, private industry is the worst. Okay, fair. That's like 6% of the country works in government, but go on. Yeah. Sumant Sharma is like, hi. Squish Squash is like, yes, I'm from IIT Dhanbad. Although they are not mass recruiting, they definitely hire a consistent amount of engineering students. If you sum up all IITs and NITs, it's a considerable amount. Still, you haven't given me a fucking number. Give me a number. I promise you that number is not in the thousands also. It's impossible. It's impossible. You guys are just, you're not thinking. I'm telling you, 20 crore log ko kahan job doge aap? Are you guys kidding me? Tech with Nikhil is like, SSC jobs can be reduced in coming years. SSC chhod, bahut sare jobs will be reduced in coming years. Tech with Nikhil is like, what about reserved candidates should do? Like that I cannot answer. I'm saying कि योर ओवरऑल जो हायरिंग है वो कम हो रहा है, आपको भी दिख रहा है, एंड फुल टाइम भी नहीं होगा सारे जॉब्स, राइट? इट नॉट ऑल ऑफ देम विल बी फुल टाइम. ओके, सो कीप दैट इन माइंड. Karthik Naik is like, stress from IT job is affecting my health. That's really sad, Karthik, and I have been in your position. It's really stressful. कभी कभार हो जाता है. मैं तो भाई थेरेपी में चला गया था. मैं तो सच बोलूँगा, मुझे बिल्कुल शर्म नहीं है बोलने में. I went to therapy. I went to a therapist. मेरा इतना स्ट्रेस आ गया था मेरी लाइफ में कुछ साल पहले, मेरी वाट लग गई थी, एंड आई वेंट टू माई थेरेपिस्ट हु रियली हेल्प मी. and she basically was like कि, you know, uh, she helped me यार, she helped me. So I'm just saying कि अगर आपको लग रहा है कि स्ट्रेस की वजह से हेल्थ अफेक्ट हो रहा है, आप जाके सीक हेल्प, सीक प्रोफेशनल हेल्प, बहुत हेल्प होगा आपको लाइफ में. मुझे तो हेल्प हुआ था, एंड आई से दैट टू एवरीवन, राइट? मुझे कोई शर्म नहीं है बोलने में. सो देयर इज दैट. मैं तो ऑनलाइन आके बोल रहा हूँ. सो या स्क्विश स्क्वॉश किधर गया यार, ये कमेंट्स भी ना. सो Squish clause is like enough to satisfy the high rankers and IITs who are very much focused in core rather than software rat race majority. No offense. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. And how much is that? How many people are the high rankers in IIT? A few fucking hundred. देश का size क्या है? Sahil Kumar is like, true, that's what China did. Most of the people work in factories because 90% of the population overcame poverty, at least if not rich. Exactly. Kulraj Bhalla is like, if the government reduces new recruitments, number of pension beneficiaries declines over time, would the political backlash from cutting legacy pensions be lower due to a smaller affected group? Yes, you answered your question. Absolutely true. When the number of government job people reduces, obviously they cease to become a vote bank. That's the whole thing. Solid Snakes is like, brother, hiring has crippled. I'm pursuing MBA from SIBM Pune and the placement scenes are below par. All placements are only in sales. No strategy level roles or similar. Same every college. Guys, मैं हमेशा क्या बोलता हूँ, स्ट्रैटेजी रोल्स ये सब मजाक है, बहुत कम लोगों को मिलते हैं. सेल्स रोल ही सबसे ज़्यादा होते हैं. वाई? बिकॉज दे बेसिकली आर लाइक कि भाई तू जा रेवेन्यू कमा. एंड अ सेल्स गाय और सेल्स वुमन, व्हाटएवर सेल्स पर्सन, दे पे फॉर देयर ओन सैलरी. एक दो डील भी क्रैक कर लिया ना, मतलब एटलीस्ट इन B2B, दे पे फॉर पूरे टीम का सैलरी. सो सेल्स जॉब्स ही मिलते हैं, सेल्स जॉब ही मिलते हैं. सब थोड़ी स्ट्रैटेजी में जाएगा. काम कौन करेगा? स्ट्रैटेजी वाले भी काम करते हैं, वो उनका काम अलग होता है, बट बहुत कम होते हैं स्ट्रैटेजी वाले. सो देयर इज दैट. Next is work. Alt 168 who works in RBI. He's like, or she's like, I don't know why am I saying he. I'm so sorry. But with the flippant nature of speaking, I thought it's a guy. Work culture is a mix of corporate and government. If one is posted in good core department, very good, else repetitive. Also, promotions are slow. Perfect. Same. Not unexpected. Sumit Das is like, RBI was scheduled to launch stable coin called Pakoda coin. What happened to that? What the hell? Not aware of that. Pranab Saha is like, what will the youth do in factories? Why factories? Isn't automation already in effect in factories? Absolutely not true. प्रणब, आप नेशनल ज्योग्राफिक खोल के या यूट्यूब खोल के सिर्फ फैक्ट्री नहीं कर सकते. आप एक्चुअल फैक्ट्री में जाओ, स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस में जाके देखो, दे आर स्टिल इन द 20th सेंचुरी. फंड्स माइंडेड प्रोडिजी इज लाइक, लॉजिस्टिक्स में जा, ट्रक से रोबोट नहीं उतरता, बॉक्सेस बंदे चाहिए. Yes, in a lot of ways, yes. But yeah, you can still automate a part of it, but not completely. So there is that. And what are people saying? What will the youth do in factories? Fucking work. So yeah, Alt 168 is like, I am IIT grad, worked in who's an RBI? I'm an IIT grad, worked in the startup for 1 year after passing out. No, you didn't pass out, you graduated, bro. Then as officer in an insurance PSU for 3 years, then joined RBI as grade B officer. And yes, in RBI, we set long hours many a times. Exactly. Bro, आपको क्या लगता है वो लोग समोसा खाते हैं क्या? मतलब वो भी खाते हो, समोसा भी खाते हैं. मैंने आज सुबह खाया. But the point is कि they work hard. In your government exams, government jobs, higher level पे बहुत मेहनत होता है. Need to keep that in mind. Ricky Burman is like, government job last year, life's good, congratulations. How is it, Ricky Burman, like how is it, like काम वाम कैसा है, क्या चल रहा है, you know? The wave 996, what to now? Yeah. Alt 168, like, RBI didn't work, you won't have currency in your pocket, payment systems like NEFT, RTGS would stop working. Perfect, exactly. Okay, what to do now? Wave 96. मैंने आंसर किया what to do now. Gold 4501 do, like, IT jobs are stressful because of hierarchy culture in India. Indian as boss. Bro, hierarchy culture हर जगह होता है. Yes, इंडिया में थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही है. But your hierarchy culture गवर्नमेंट जॉब में नहीं होता. गवर्नमेंट जॉब में सबसे गंदा हायरार्की कल्चर होता है. आपके प्रमोशंस भी सीनियरिटी पे होते हैं. फंड्स माइंडेड प्रोडिजी इज लाइक, डिड यू इन आरबीआई मेड द यूपीआई? ओके. Mandar is like, according to you, in which year will India's population decline? I don't know, yaar. I think you can ask ChatGPT. But our TFR is anyway less than 2.1 at this point. So yeah. Zeno46929 is like, qualified for RRB PO. अपने डिस्ट्रिक्ट में काश लग जाए, अब लाइफ सेट है. फैंटास्टिक, ऑल द बेस्ट. Funds mind prodigy is like, you keep saying you are RBI and work long hours. What do you really do? What is the some skill that will keep you relevant in the role? Or are you just someone who just stamps and oversees? Tejasvi Surya is like, RBI guy, मैं क्या करूँ फिर? Okay. Pranab Saha is like, how will merit and promotions be decided in a factory only based on physical labor like farming? No. So yeah, merit and promotion is based on a lot of things. ना आपका output measure होता है per employee. Per employee, even in a factory, there is output. How many of you have been in a factory, by the way? I have been in a factory. I have worked with people who work in factories, by the way, right? Or used to work in factories. उधर भी आउटपुट होता है प्लस दे सी अ बंच ऑफ पीपल. अगर 10 लोग काम कर रहे हैं, दे ऑटोमेटिकली आइडेंटिफाई यहाँ पे टीम लीड कौन होगा, फिर उनका मैनेजर कौन होगा, एंड पीपल कीप लीविंग, सम पीपल कीप स्टेइंग, तो उनको प्रमोशन मिल जाता है. दैट इज हाउ दीज थिंग्स हैपन. सो या yeah. KRI 304 is like, my father works in election commission. Oh, fantastic. Ricky Barman is like, in a room full of old people, I'm the only young among them. Life quickly, we can be very stagnant and boring, to be honest. Pay is good. Of course. I am Pera. Hey, Akash, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Sahil Kumar Mohanta is like, it's not because of hierarchy, it's because of toxicity in corporate. वो हर जगह होता है यार. आपको क्या लगता है गवर्नमेंट जॉब में टॉक्सिसिटी नहीं होता, हायरार्की नहीं होता? कैसी बातें करो? प्लीज गाइस ग्रो अप. Guys, grow up. It is even worse in government jobs. Because वो वहाँ पे एक जगह पे किसी के गलत आदमी से पंगा लिया ना, 15-15 साल करियर पीछे जाता है गवर्नमेंट में. Just have some use some common sense. Funds man prodigy is like, I'm working in Oracle as SDE too. I hate my taxes going to some government employee whose only skill was how much milk to water ratio calculation. Would gladly support who do real works. So yes, there is that frustration many people have. Alt 168 is like regulations, forex reserves, supervision, financial markets regulation, current management, and a lot more. ये full interview चालू है इधर. Solid snakes is like, basically old people don't want to retire, earn a hefty amount, give no choice to youngsters. That is one stereotype about government jobs. Next is, भाई कितना टाइम हुआ है मेरे को? Guys, like the stream. There are so many of you. How many of you have liked the stream? इतना मेहनत कर रहा हूँ, इधर कॉफी पी रहा हूँ रात के 10:30 बजे तुम लोग के लिए, and you guys like this damn stream. It's a like button. So yeah, if you're new, please subscribe. That would be very helpful. Next is, I think I'll log off in a couple of minutes now. Siddharth is like, the thing with private jobs is that you have to always keep learning, which makes rest guilty, and you don't enjoy life like before because you could be doing more. Basically, die self-optimizing life. Okay. Constant learning is in government jobs also, please. Alt 168 is like, in government, it's very hierarchical. As I said, yeah, it's hierarchical. So, yeah. Godwin ko to main ignore hi kar raha hai. Saurabh Bisht is like, bhai, I'm working on startup based on tourism from Uttarakhand along with my job. Is it good? Fantastic. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. आप खुद का स्टार्टअप कर रहे हो. चल गया ना, अगले 4-5 साल में बहुत आगे जाओगे लाइफ में. By the way, the government of India is really focusing on tourism because it's a very pathetic sector right now. It will really rise up in the next 5 years, 10 years. Rishtik is like, if AI can generate similar code and marketing content for everyone, will it be harder to stand out? How can engineers and marketers stay relevant in that future? See, as a marketer, I can tell you, then you have to work on the differentiation because anyone can create it, right? तो आप क्या कर रहे हो? So your messaging should have depth. Your messaging should have depth, genuine depth, and it should be very hatke compared to the others. That's how it matters. So, yeah, solid things like even the budget has encouraged contribution to the orange economy. अब सब YouTube में channel बनाएंगे. What? Pranab Saha is like, will median wages decline then in factories? Everyone earns the same amount. How will people differentiate themselves? As I said, they'll start and they'll figure it out. Funds mind prodigy is like, yes, that's the point. In private sector, you work out your brain to stay relevant. In government, you work like a bot on some already followed rules. And there's this mentality, ab koi nikalega nahi. Well, that's a very negative way of looking at it, but okay. Alt 168 is like, want to catch up. I stay in Mumbai itself. I don't know, man, if I'm damn busy, but yeah, maybe I'll host a catch up one day. Once I have like 100,000 followers or something. So yeah. Kulraj Bhalla is like, can you make a video on factors to consider while deciding whether to have or not kids? Would really appreciate your perspective on it. Yeah, I'll make it. Pranab Sai is like, what factories is output in a factory based on for the types of roles you imagine the youth working on? What factors is output? in a factory based on for the types of roles you imagine the youth working on. Okay, I don't understand. You need to write it better. But anyway, folks, I think this was a good conversation. We went live for quite a while, almost an hour. Very helpful. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I was late, but this was a fantastic conversation. Please hit the like button, really helps. And please let me know in the comment section what you think. Like, comment, subscribe.